Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Box with the Technical Trader at techtrader.com. It's Thursday, the 21st of December. These are the charts of the day. Well, it was an up in the morning and down afternoon. The markets still were up on the day. The technicals weren't that bad, but it was a disappointing finish. I mean, anyway, well, at least it wasn't a down day. Looking at some of the charts that we are interested in or had some trades on, and et cetera, et cetera. ADMS, this falling wedge of late over the last three and a half weeks. Looks like it popped out today, jumping 204 or 6.3%. 865,000, not huge volume, but the technicals have held up well, and this looks like it may be time for another move up to at least retest the highs near 38 and then get into the low 40s. APTI, well, I put a swing on it because I like that 1, 2, and then 3, 4. This is a beautiful bull wedge, or bull coil, I should say. It's narrowing to the apex. Now, it was up 42 cents, a couple of percent today. Not a big deal, but I'm anticipating a breakout. I think it's going to rip. And if it does, you can see that the potentiality is for the stock to get up towards 30. I have swing targets. First of all, let's get it up to test 24, take that out, and then we can look at 27 and 30. Boyd Gaming is one of the real strong gaming stocks that's really been running. For the last year, it's gone from literally under 17 to almost 36, so more than doubled. And you can see the nice rising channel has accelerated. I think the stock's going to get to the 40 and then 44 range near term. Recently had 15.5 days to cover. CANN, after a big run up and then sharp pullback for about 0.382 Fibonacci retracement, exploded today. Closing at the upper end of the range, 423 with a penny off the high of 129. 44% gain today. Because real solid volume of just under 1.2 million. I think the stock follows through, retest the 5.25 range, and on a longer term time frame, with this being a big base, this may very well get up near the $10 range. 9.5 would be my next target if it plows through the $5 range. This is going to be something may want to consider as a swing trade, particularly with marijuana stocks heating up. DRNA, I like the overall look of it. Nice base. Breakout wedge, breakout falling wedge, and then I think wave 5 is about to happen. It's a 1 and 2, 3, 4. Today it was a pop and a follow through. It's been up 3 days in a row. Up another 65 cents or 8% today. It's kind of right at resistance here. If we can get through this zone, look for a test of 10, and then looking at 12. EDIT popped, and looks like it popped through resistance and filled the gap. Now that gap, if it's filled with 1.9 million shares, usually leads to more upside. I'm looking for now 30 and 32.5. Eventually, though, with the angle of its head looking like this may very well make it up into the high 30s. Just keep an eye on this one. It's pretty intriguing. Nearly 5 days to cover recently. Fate. Well, as fate would have it, the stock popped and broke out today, jumping 56 cents at 12.5% on nearly a million. Well, 912,000. But the angle of ascent here tells me that there's a possibility we're going to test the 565, 68 range and maybe make it up near 7. FINL, after the big declining top line, was broken like a lot of retailers recently. Today, I think was important because you can see that the lateral price resistance with 3 bottoms and 2 tops in here was broken, which should lead 15, 16.5, or maybe 18.5 over the next few weeks and months. Mark, take a look at the pattern. After 3 days of popping and a day of pullback, I had an inside day today on lower volume with great technicals and a wedge forming. Looking at it on an hourly chart, there's your wedge. If this wedge pops, I'm going to look for a retest quickly of about the 10.75.80 range. Once we get through that, 12, 12.5. And then 14, 15 up there. Really good technicals on this one as well. Take a look at the underlying green. Really nice. OBV's moving up. PIRS, recent swing, and I re-added today because of the breakout of the down flag. Double top, I'm anticipating a breakout and a rush through the 665 area, and then we're looking at 8. Beyond that, on a longer term time frame, you can see that the channel calls for a move up towards 12. So keep an eye on this one. Nearly 5 days to cover recently. QURE. I really like to look at this chart. It's a 1, 2, and it's a 3, 4, and the wave 5 has started, or it appears it has. After popping out of good volume, it then settled in. And popped out yesterday, a couple days ago, got up to near the prior high. Resistance is in that 19 zone. We get to that 21, 25, and much more potentially. TWMJF, another marijuana stock, is on the verge of, I think, of an explosive move. After running up sharply in a 5-way advance, it then settled in. So this is a 1 and 2. Wave 3 is about to happen. It could be 21 or even 25. And longer term, the top of the major long-term channel says the $30, $40 stock, if marijuana stock get crazy, this could very well happen. Especially being one of the top 2 companies in marijuana in Canada. VRX, I think is on its way again. After a 1-day drop, run up to the top of the channel, pull back, and then right up again. 24, 28, 30, all of those are targets. Solar window, after a break out of the base and a big pop, it fell into a coil, broke out, ran up, the resistance backed off and did an ascending wedge. That exploded today, jumping $1.30 at 22.6%. I think you're going to see 8 and 10. This one may be very interesting to keep an eye on, particularly if it gets a little pullback. U.S. Steel, well, I want to show you the long-term chart, and then I'm going to show you this big hit that it had mid-year last year, where it got all the way down to under 19. But since then, slowly edging up and now accelerating, today getting across resistance. I think your next target is 38, 8.5, and then I'm looking at 40, 41. And finally, Zoma, swing trade, just couldn't get much better than that. Ever since September when we gave it to you, stock's been moving up in the channel. It looks like today it popped out of a coil. We'll be watching the next day or two to get this to 34.5, then we're looking at 40 and 45. Folks, that's the long of it today. And this is a HB saying, I'll see you tomorrow, I'll talk to you tomorrow, let's make some money tomorrow, it's TGF Friday. And let's see if we can end the week with a bang. Bye.